Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. I want to get straight into it.
What has become of our lords in the east, I wonder?
What can be done, Kippen? Even if we succeed in pushing the enemy from Lebanon, the Lone Lady's fervor will deliver ruin into our lands and waters for years untold. It is clear that our words no longer bear any importance to her. Her mind has been twisted by the return of great evils, as she will not rest until all have been punished for the deeds of the past. I fear that only her sisters might calm her now, but I have never looked upon them, and I know not where they might hide away in such dark times. Seek them out at the rivers Sirith, Cerny, Selos, Gilrain. I cannot promise you shall ever find them, but if you do, they must be told of the Lone Lady's madness. Even if you do not succeed, I shall know that you did all you could for my people. So, this is probably going to have me traveling all over the place, probably including Western Gondor, where I just came from. And Central Gondor, excuse me. Let me see. Well, actually, yeah, they're going to be all along the river this way. Let me actually go like this, and... Oh my god, what am I doing? Yeah, let me look at Central Gondor. Yeah. Let me swift travel to Pelargir, start over here, and work my way east. Let's do that. And while I'm doing it, it is a good time to remind you to please subscribe to the channel. It's an agreement I have with my viewers. I give you all this content for free. I am constantly working harder and harder to improve the quality, the entertainment value, to bring in new games. All I ask in return is that you subscribe. That's the price. That's the price. Instead of $1, you pay by clicking a subscription button in less than a second. That's it. Thank you. And now back to the program. Let me get out of here in Pelargir. Didn't mean to be going back to Central Gondor for this season, but gotta do what you gotta do for some of these quests, or else you just can't move forward, you know? Gotta do what you gotta do. Oh man, did I take a wrong turn somewhere? Yes, I did. I remember that rope from the epic battle. It's where you go up to build one of the catapults. It was a little catapult that I never built that was preventing me from getting the platinum rank. I did build it, but if you recall that episode, you have to build that ballista before the end of a certain phase, or else it doesn't count towards your points. I don't know why I'm rambling about that. That was so many episodes ago. I guess it's because it frustrated me to the point that I had to try multiple times in order to be able to get that done. Also, it gives me something to talk about while I'm riding 700 meters that way. And it doesn't feel like I was here that long ago. Feels like it just happened. Probably because it did just happen. I just completed Central Gondor. I wonder what's next. I think it's like Far Anorian and Old Anorian. I don't really know what the difference is. But I think that comes after Eastern Gondor. I'm still trying to decide when I'm gonna go and do some things that I haven't done in some of the previous locations. Man, she's a little creepy, man. Look at this witch. And who are you to step so boldly into my waters? I could drown you with a thought, and yet I do not, for I know well your purpose here. My sister's rage overflows from the Erwi, and I feel her anger even now. She pulls more armor of the dead from her waters with each passing moment, and soon not even the banks of her river shall contain her. I know the truth of what must be done, even if the others do not see it. Okay, well, I guess she has nothing else to tell me. So back on the war steed I go. And I am going 600 meters that way. Hopefully no major geographical landscapes will bar me from getting there, like a big mountain. Did I set a milestone? Well, there was not a milestone in that little camp. The one I just came from, so... Anyway. Alright, I want to go this way. The waters have told me much of you, Kippen. You need not speak, for I already know all you have to say. It is clear that my sister has grown mad, and for who among us would garb her own waters with weak armors of man? Are not our currents unbreakable? Perhaps she should try dancing instead. Silverfroth lets out a laugh. I do not know if she will listen to my words, but I shall try when the time comes. Okay, so she says she just has to dance. Okay. And then Sirith, well, I should probably, I don't know, maybe I can't cross easily here. But it seems like I should probably find a different way. So these things are for a deed that I'm going to save towards the final episode of the season. So I can show all the deeds together. I'm gonna come here real quick just because I see some quest rings and I don't know what they are.
What news do you bring, traveler?
Okay, yeah, these are some of the repeatable quests. Okay, never mind. From last season. Let me see if I can cross the river. My only concern is that I may not be able to climb up there. Maybe I can find a little edge that allows me to get up there. I don't think I'm going to be so lucky. This is the story of my life. Always looking for shortcuts and ending up just screwing myself over instead. See, I'm not going to be able to get up. Ah, it's too steep. Too steep. Okay, you know what? We're gonna return to Pelargir and we're gonna go out the east gate. Let's just do that. Yeah, it's a lot of loading. And of course it puts me all the way over here. Fine. Warsteed. Let's go. Should have just done this from the beginning. God, that's annoying. You can't make like those sharp turns with the Warsteed. It's just impossible. I guess you could if you like slow down or whatever. But then what's the point? What's the point of the Warsteed if you're slowing down? The whole point is that it's faster than the regular mount. Okay, finally out of here. Let's see how far I am. 700 meters. It's a lot of riding around. And then I'm going to have to ride all the way over there in order to turn in the quest. So that's kind of annoying. And I might have had a milestone set over there already. Now that's Arnok, Tumladen, and Glenieth. Yeah, so I did have a milestone over here. So I was stupid. Could have just traveled there instead. Oh well. No. Where are you going? My waters have whispered of a hobbit such as you. You have come bearing ill tidings, have you not? You tell True Tongue of her sister's rage. She has not spoken to me or my sisters in many long years, but she knows well that we do not involve ourselves in the troubles of mortal men unless it is for the good of us all. I must free her from her blindness before it consumes her. Okay. So now I have to seek the Maiden of the Gilrain. And where is she? Is she like all the way back in Central Gondor? Yep, all the way up there. Oh man, that's kind of annoying. Lost Anglebed. You know, I am not going to trouble you guys with that. I think I will actually edit myself over there for this one. That's what I'll do. Especially since my milestone is on cooldown. Yep, I'll edit myself over there. We've ridden through that area in Central Gondor many times, so I don't think anybody will mind. Alright, and I am here at the Gilrain once again, talking to our favorite friend, Roaming Star. It is good to look upon you, Kippen. My sisters have told me of what troubles you and how the evil men have once again tainted the Airwee. My sister has grown wild and she must be calmed before this corruption can overtake her completely. I fear the Grey Eye may speak true. For time grows short indeed. We must soothe her wounds of old before it is too late. The Lone Lady. She has always been the most distant of my sisters, but I never sensed such darkness within her. Only a great sadness. A sadness she has carried with her for many of your years. She never spoke much to us, never even speaking of her true name, but I wish she had come to us with her troubles. We have all seen the horrors in the long years that we have spent in these lands. She must know that she does not stand alone. The men of Lebanon fought brother against brother and spilled much blood in her waters. But now you say the southern men that seek to cross her waters are met by rotting suits of armor? I fear that she will not be calmed easily, but my sisters and I must reach her somehow. Travel to the crossings of Airwee, for it is there that my sisters and I shall meet you. We shall put an end to this matter, no matter what action must be taken. Okay. So let me see. What did I complete here? Quests in the Upper Lebanon. Okay. Let me get all this out of the way. We will do what we must, Kippen. Are you prepared?
Maddened by the encroaching Haraji, the Lone Lady is lashed out, raising the long-emptied armors of men who fought in the kinstrife to drown those who taint the waters of the Airway. Fearful of her anger growing beyond control, sisters of Lebanon have united to calm their sister and bring peace to Lebanon once more.
Why do you persist, Hobbit? You claim that my sisters fear for me? That I should speak with them before it is too late? I have no sisters. I cast you from my waters once, so I shall do so again. No more blood shall be spilled in my waters. Draw on, Kippen, and trouble me no more. No more blood except mine, apparently. As the armored wights sink back into the Airwee, Roaming Star appears. Sister, what has become of you? Is such wickedness what you truly seek? I did not seek it, it was forced upon me. Behold, sister, the legacy of men. More armored wights rise from the shallows of Airwee. Sister, no, this is not the way. Stand strong, Kippen, for my sister's madness must be ended. Look upon the death that surrounds you. We can still help you. Listen to us. Be free of the fears. Let your strength flow. You cannot overpower us all, sister. This hobbit will not fall. Kind of hard to do combat and try to read all this text. You have never listened, sisters. The last of the risen armor whites have sunk. Let he who bears the guilt be the one to end you all. None can escape the waters of the Airway. Casimir's armor comes to life. The arm of the usurper falls broken into the shallows of the Airway. My sisters, I cannot... Sister, you are still one of us. We have all known horrors. And the evils of men. As all our rivers converge, let us also reunite as one, and stand together against the evil in the east. I cannot bear to hold such anger within me any longer. I shall not wield my waters against the innocent, for my wounds are old, far older than any that yet live. Thank you, my sisters. Let me do naught but good for the people of Middle-earth in the days to come. I am glad you urged my sisters to seek me, Kippen, and am thankful that they could pull me from the depths of my sorrow. There is naught I can say to atone for the evils I visited upon you, but know that you are always welcome in my waters. Although some of the armored wights may still roam the Airway, I shall work to quiet them. Take the armor I bore against you and bring it to the men of these lands. Let this dark chapter of our shared history be done at last. You have done me a great favor, Kippen. I shall not trouble you again. Okay, what am I doing now? So I'm delivering the armor to Angbor. Little laggy. Not too bad though. What is this armor you lay before me? An ornate piece despite such age and wear. It can be none other than the armor worn by the usurper himself. As much as I wish to trust your words, I cannot fathom these tales that you tell me of the five sisters. They are not but fables told to the young. Yet the river has held close a relic of our bloody history, and I will not dishonor our people by ignoring such a find. I shall send this armor to Lord Sirgon, and see it return to Pelargir until this war comes to an end. Perhaps the lady would like to hear more of your tale, but I can tarry no longer in Lebanon. And now I need to go back to Tumladen. And let me swift travel there. Lots of traveling this episode. I am glad to be utilizing these milestone skills. And I gotta ride all the way to the back here. I think that should wrap up the quests in this area, though, I would imagine.
Why do you interrupt me?
You speak of unbelievable things, Kippen, but you assure me that my people are safe, and I shall hold your words to be true. This Glacial you spoke of in Halak, she seems to be the most interesting woman, and one whom I would like to speak with in time. But such things are for another day. I have one last thing to ask of you, my friend. Alright, let me see if any of these are good. Definitely not anywhere near what I got.
I beg your pardon.
Kippen, you have done much for me and my people, but I cannot keep you here any longer. Sleep has not come easily to me of late, but even when I find rest, my dreams have grown dark as the skies. I have seen my brother fall to madness, the deaths of my sons, and the great beast of terror marching upon Minas Tirith. What sickness of the mind takes hold that would conjure such foul thoughts? I know not if any of these shall come to pass, but I must work to prevent them if I might. Lord Angbor has his own path to forge in the east, but I would ask something else of you. You may be the last to heed my words, so I beg you to travel to Arnok and speak to a warrior called Baranor. It may delay you, and it may even change your course, but I cannot let those that I love fall to such horrors. Okay. And then, oh no, I got a cooldown on these. I was so excited I was going to say I can just swift travel to Arnok. But I cannot. I gotta wait on the cooldown, but I can ride to the stable and take a pony over there, I guess. So let me do that instead. I do find this town frustrating because all of the things that you need in this town are very separated. So the main quest giver is all the way tucked in the corner. The milestone is all the way at the entrance. The stable is all the way on the other end, so it's a little annoying. I will not get stuck in there again. There we go. By the time I get to the stable, my cooldown's gonna be almost ready. At least that's what it feels like. Wait a second, where is the stable? Did I go... There is no stable here. There's no stable here. Oh my god. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna edit again. Once my milestone is up, I will swift travel to Arnok and meet you there. Alright, I am here. Let me get on my regular steed. I'm expecting to get a lot of quests here once I open it up by speaking with this main guy.
Will we ever see the sun again?
If the lady has sent you, I shall not deny your aid. Too many troubles have come to Lothernok of late, and I fear I cannot resolve them all. Curious, though, that the lady has sent you. She has told me much of her sister, Lady Vanilos. I suspect not. The two of them have not spoken for many years, all over Lord Forlong, no less. Know this, I will not involve myself in the sisters' feud, but I shall tell the Lady Vanialos of your intent to aid us.
We woke this morning to no sun, no light of day.
Ah yes, where was I? Welcome to Arnok. I cannot give you half of the welcome old Lord Forlong would do, but he's gone off to Minas Tirith, off to war. And here I am. Baranor, captain of the guard, is who I am, and I must do my best to fill his shoes. Only he left me with such a great lot of green lads, all restless and rousting about. It's like herding mice. So I've made captains of Dagor and Indir. There's Dagor over there, destined for greatness if you ask me. At any rate, between guarding Arnok and keeping watch on these damned Haradrim, we three have had our hands full, and then some. Now you look a well-traveled and sensible hobbit. Could you lend my captains a hand? I assure you, Arnok Krim lives depend on it.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Now, thinking as a captain and a tactician, I know that my greatest foe must be the enemy captain. Among the Haradrim who trespass in Lothernok, there will be soldiers and there will be leaders. Without captains, the foe is confused and scattered, and we prevail. You seem formidable in combat, good hobbit, and you are free to go while duty keeps me here. Would you enact my bold stratagem?
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
The first rule of warfare, Warden, is to give the enemy no quarter. If they cannot pull back and regroup, that they must either bend or break. Now, it so happens that my men have espied some of the boats that brought the Haradrim into Lothernok. They are here and there along the banks and the mouth of the river Ernui. They have also noted piles of supplies not far from the boats. I say let us burn their boats, let us trample their supplies. Then they'll have nowhere to run. Then we'll have them, and by we, I mean me, in thought and you in action. As a captain, I cannot leave Arnok, and you are more than up for the task.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
We may not be, lucky few, gone to fight in Minas Tirith, but we may still use martial tactics and strategies. The southern foe despoils Lothernok soil, and I have a plan to deal with a decisive blow. A bundle of sticks is strong, whilst any one twig may be broken. We must seek out Harrod swordsmen in their camps and hideaways and strike them before they strike at us in force. Duty binds me to my post, but you, Warden, could help to strike this blow and win the glory in doing so. What a strange fellow. Okay, let me go up this way a little bit to talk to the other guy.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
These times of war have thwarted spring planting, Warden. The Haradrim have put some of our farmland to the torch, and the rest of our seed stores lie exposed and vulnerable. Even if Dagor's grand war plans defend us from the Haradrim here, we may yet starve in the coming winter. Already we have missed first planting. We face hard times at our most fortunate. Good Warden, will you visit the farms at Arnok's northeast and defend its stores of seed?
There's naught but ill omens these days.
There is no doubt in my heart the Haradrim will launch an assault on Arnok. I lay awake at night imagining how it will go, and the last night I dreamt that they with a great blowing of horns. They came with a great blowing of horns. I imagine my surprise when one of the most keen-eyed men told me that he had seen a great war horn among the southern camps. Would you humor my whim, Hobbit? You seem intrepid enough to do the deed. I believe that they intend to use these war horns to call the attack. If the horns were sabotaged, they may be unable to assail us in the overwhelming force. And perhaps, just perhaps, we might withstand them.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Whilst Dagor dreams of playing at war, he ignores the plain facts before him. Though we are many, we are ill-trained and poorly organized. If Haradrim, who have crept into Lothernok, were to attack now, we would be done for. I fear we must take desperate measures to delay the possibility. In a foray yesterday morn, I found strange ribbons tied to a tree. I did not know what it meant at first, but later I returned to the tree and found a fashion of ribbons nodding that had changed. Clearly the Haradrim scouts are using these ribbons to speak with each other in simple signs. Would you, good hobbit, find what ribbons you can and tear them from the trees? I feel sure it will buy us a great needed amount of time. Okay. So I think this is a good stopping point for this episode. In the next one, I will begin actually tackling all of these quests. So thanks for watching. I know it was a bit of a weird episode of me traveling around all over the place, but I hope you enjoyed nonetheless, and see you next time.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.